All right, bear with me. I'm still on the mom kick. Hey, this is my way of dealing with grief. Everybody has their own way. Some people curl up in a ball and sob for months on end, whatever. This is my way. I mean, I have a shrine to Beatrice and Minerva. I intentionally put it right past that gate so I can't walk to let those chickens in or out without dealing with that little sanctuary with their names carved and everything. I got pictures of them all around the house. I think tribute is the way to deal. So anyway, but we are going to cook tonight. That's the good news. But I think I told you guys, you know, my sisters, they were there with their families and they were going through mom's whole house and what do you need? What do you want? And they sent up a bunch of stuff. 2 boxes came. I already showed you. A couple things broke, whatever. But here's the thing. When we had the FaceTimes to decide on this stuff, it was very cordial and adamant, but it was like, look, I don't want anything I can't use. I don't want anything I don't need. So we settled it on very specific pieces, and it all went swimmingly. Then these boxes get here, and the first box I open, it's a big cardboard box, and I open it, and right on top of it is this thing, and I'm like, what the heck is that? Like, what are they trying to pawn off on me? I didn't see this thing in the discussions. I didn't ask for this, and it's like right on top of the box. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Throwing extra crap in here? Then I take it out, and I find out what it is. It's one of my most functional, useful things in the house now. As I sit here, here's how I've been working. I work right here on the couch. I edit the show. I do the cartoon. I've been doing like this with a pillow because I don't want this laptop on my lap getting all hot and radiating I don't know what. So this is how I've been working. Who knew Mom had the state of the art? So this is my new thing. Now I can put the pillow up here instead. Don't mind the sweats. These are my all-purpose paint the house, prune the apple trees, digging some dirt sweats. They're comfortable as hell, by the way. Look at this thing. I love it. And here's the best part. They didn't put it in thinking, oh, this guy can work on his laptop with this thing that Mom had. No. I found out from my brother-in-law. It's like I needed something to cover the box and push everything down. Thank you, Doc. All right, so that was in there. There was one other unsolicited item, and that's what we're dealing with tonight. Way back in Come On in My Kitchen. Remember I did the book episode? And I said every now and then I'd like to do a book episode. We do plenty of improv on this show. Sometimes I just like to read a recipe, follow it, and check it out. Well, this was in the box too. Beginner cookbook. I love it. Chinese cooking for beginners, Mom. And a couple of things I love about this book. One is it's got these little Post-its in it. And I don't know what the heck they are. There's names, phone numbers, a little bit of an address or something. But I'm just leaving them in there because it's my mother's handwriting. This book is classic. Let's go in the kitchen, flip through a few of the pages, and I'll show you what I chose to do for tonight. Come on. Let's do it. Come on, let's do it. All right, let's have a look at this book. I really dig this thing. First of all, it's got everything that I love in it. There's a whole chapter on dim sum. I got a feeling I'm going to be getting obsessed with this book. I love the cool little gouache illustrations here. Looks like gouache to me. Watercolor. But it's really cool, man. And I think every single recipe in the book has a photograph. So what I chose is shrimp with soy sauce. Here's the picture right here. Although this looks awesome. What is that, like a giant fried rice cake or something? And then looks like cabbage, some sort of pickled cabbage. I don't know. But I'm not doing this, obviously. I'm just making the shrimp, and I made a little rice over there. Already did the rice. We got to do a rice show. So here's the recipe. Shrimp with soy sauce. Here's the shrimp. My Gulfs, you know all about those. And they're shell on. I've just had them, they're washed. And we're going to just slit it with a scissors down the back. Take the vein out, but we're leaving the shell on. What's next? Chopped green scallion. Got some scallion. Ginger. Some wine or sherry. Of course, I'm going to use the Zhaojing wine, which, by the way, I'm getting low on. However, hallelujah, I just found out, we did a show way back. I went out to Harada Market in Woodstock. They've moved to Accord, even closer. Soy sauce, and I'm going with the Filipino for this. It seems a little more, I don't have Chinese soy, I have the regular Kikkoman Japanese, but I think for this dish, this is going to present as more Chinese than that. That's from the Philippines. Sugar, got my sugar bowl out. A little bit of cornstarch. Now I'm doing half the recipe. This says 2/3 of a pound of shrimp with shell, 6 servings. I'm doing half of that because I weighed my shrimp to 1/3 of a pound. And then it says sesame oil optional. That's not optional to me. I put a few drops in my rice when I cooked it. I love that stuff. So there you go. Let's go over to the sink and I'll show you how to do the shrimp. Now, we've talked about peeling them. Did that on a few episodes. And, you know, slitting them down with a knife down the back. But for this, we're leaving the shell on. We just want to take our scissors here. Go right down the back. By the way, these are my kitchen scissors. They look like they're used for cutting hair. They're not. And they're not dirty. That's a little resin from the summer 23. But anyway, throw your thumb down the back. Get that vein out. Right? Just like if it was shelled. Get it nice and clean, but leave the shell on. Wash all that vein out. Get them nice and clean. Okay? I'll do the rest of these shrimp, and then we're going to start cooking up this shrimp with soy sauce, Chinese style. Alright, I got some oil on here. This is peanut oil. Let's see where we're at. I just put it on. Okay, we're not even at 100 degrees. We want to get up to around 360 maybe. And this is, I want to tell you what I find really interesting first about this book in general, and then about this recipe specifically. Here's our shrimp. Remember, they were clean, dried. We cut through the shell, cleaned them out good, and then I dried the heck out of them because they are going shell and oil, shell and oil, shell and oil into that hot oil. Shell and oil. But here's what I really like about this book. Check it out. Here's our recipe. I've never seen this before in a book, how they do this, and I really like it. See the one? So, chopped green onion, ginger root, the wine, soy sauce, sugar, all the way down. 1. And then when you get to the recipe, add 1. So here we have 1. Okay, that's the ginger, scallion, soy sauce, cornstarch, sugar. What else? I have to look. Nope, I got it. The wine, if I didn't say so already. So there we go. Remember, I told you I put the rice on. This was done earlier. It's just been sitting here. And just going to give it a little fluff with the fork. Shout out Tombo, the old MB days. Fluff it up. Fluff it up. I really like this particular rice. It's kind of a medium grain. And I always make more than I need so I can make fried rice later. So the rice is done. Let's get back over here. See where we're at temp-wise. Right, we're almost there. This is my small wok, and I've got the wok ring. This one has a flat bottom, but I don't trust it on the stove, so I use the wok ring. Keep it stable. That's hot oil. Pay respect. Okay, we're just under 300. I'm going to drop them because this is not like a fried calamari situation. These are shrimp in the shell. We're going to take them out and we're going to cook them again. I need a vent hood in here. It's on my 2024 projects list. And you can see back here, I've got one of my baking sheets with a rack, a little paper towel under there. That's where those shrimp will go. I dried them as best I could, but they still have water, so they will spit a little. But that's all I want to do. I just want them to change color. So out they come. Turned off the heat. Look at that. Beautiful color. So I'm going to get them on the rack. And then what I'm going to do is pour all this oil out of the wok. And then I'll bring the wok back and we'll finish the dish. Alright, we're getting ready to finish this dish. By the way, it's 10:11 p.m. I'm eating on Simmons time apparently. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some rice, and I like to use my, where is it? 30 to a quart ice cream scoop. If something has a wooden handle, keep it. Alright? So here's how I like to do rice. Sometimes. I'm not really doing a presentation tonight. This is going to be down and dirty. I just want to eat. But this is a good way to portion. So I'm going to go with 2 ice cream scoops of rice. There we go. Let's set that down. And now get the heat back on. I cleared the oil out of it. But we want to add a touch more oil. This is a stir fry. This is my peanut oil. Actually, it's pretty, pan's pretty well coated. I'll just put basically a drop. And now we've got, remember from the book, number 1, that one with the circle, cornstarch, soy sauce, ginger, scallion, Shaoxing wine. Alright, and the cornstarch is going to make a nice thickener. That's what's going to coat the shrimp. Oh, let's get the rest of that cornstarch out of there. Get it all in there. Now we're going to go right in with the shrimp. They were stir fried. They were deep fried, not stir fried. Drained. That cornstarch is already thickening really nicely. I'm going to get wood for this. The aroma. I feel like I'm in Chinatown. And it says optional. It's not optional for me. I have toasted sesame oil to finish her up. Just a few drops. This stuff is potent. Okay, let's plate it up over our rice. All right, like I said, I have no experience with this Chinese cuisine. I'm trying to learn. I got the book, so I'm not even going to mess with presentation. I'm going to start with trying to get flavors and deal with all that later. So right next to the rice, which by the way, I always add a drop of the toasted sesame oil to the rice when it steams. So that's got a little flavor. Shrimp with soy sauce. It's still hot. And yes, I'm going with a fork versus chopsticks. The rice is beautiful, nice and fluffy. This is a dish you eat with your hands, remember? The shrimp are still have the shell. Ooh, they're also still quite hot. Oh, that's tasty though. Ooh, hot. There we go. Oh, this goes on the repeat soon list. I'll see you for the next episode.
Come on, let's do it.
Thank you, Mommy.